The arguably most important aspect of having ASL instructors is so deaf or hard of hearing children can receive an education. While the number of deaf children increases, there are not enough ASL instructors for these children to learn and develop at the rate hearing children do. Numerous studies have cited the need for teachers of deaf students and hard of hearing students to receive additional coursework in general education curricula areas and instructional strategies. Many hearing people are having to learn ASL as well as education to become ASL instructors. If the individual is already deaf and in turn fluent in sign language, they just need to focus on learning how to educate others. It allows children or young adults to find inspiration in someone like them, and it gives deaf individuals a potential job. Moreover, sign instructors are directly responsible in shaping the language for the next generation. If there are two qualified individuals, one hearing and one deaf, the deaf person should be given the job, with the added reason that the deaf people should be able to shape their own language. While having a deaf teacher may be nice for hearing students, teachers of students who are deaf or hard of hearing continue to be predominantly white, female, and hearing. It can be hard for deaf or hard of hearing students to identify with these teachers and feel that connection to learning because of it. Moreover, many instructors who are hearing employ no speech rules in class. This is put in because ASL is a language that has a very different system and structures from English. Communication is saved for office hours or after class and beginner classes. Deaf instructors can also have conversations with students, though. If the students make an appointment with the teacher during office hours, the deaf instructor should be able to get an interpreter for the meeting.
Responding to the opposing group's statement about CODAs being qualified as ASL teachers, although there are a large amount of CODAs that are ASL teachers, it still does not make them as qualified as deaf individuals themselves. Although they grew up around the culture, they are not necessarily a part of the deaf community and don't know what it is like firsthand to be deaf and learning sign language as a deaf person. CODAs would make better interpreters rather than ASL teachers because they most likely grew up translating for their parents to those in the hearing community who do not sign. Deaf individuals offer authentic ASL, while CODAs may not have those insights because it is not their everyday grammar, structure, and usage.
A deaf ASL teacher named Terrell Gallion shares that ASL is a community with a culture that has a rich history, and it's impossible to learn the language without learning the history of deaf people, of their struggle, of why things are signed the way they are. You mentioned that having both hearing and deaf ASL teachers is ideal because it can bridge the communication gaps while providing information on the culture. While in a perfect world, this could happen, a lot of the time, schools don't have the resources to provide this for classrooms, and by doing so, you are limiting job opportunities for deaf individuals, since deaf and hard of hearing people are less likely to be employed than those who are hearing. While diverse teaching perspectives can be beneficial, it can also be detrimental to the consistency of communication methods and curriculum delivery. Also, if the focus is on collaboration, it might overshadow the need for specialized training in deaf education, which can impact the quality of education for deaf students. This is a main point brought up by the deaf community that Ahmed Khalifa brings up. He states that people who are teaching sign language when they shouldn't because they don't know how to, they are giving out the wrong information. These are all very dangerous things that happen in a world/community where it is already oppressed and you're trying to break down communication barriers, but you have people who are actually contributing to them.